I'm actually not sure why they call it Swiss. Maybe it has something to do with Switzerland or cheese. Yeah, definitely named after cheese. I used to buy more cheese, but these days I kind of just stopped buying cheese. I've been buying more. I've been making a lot of smoothies lately. I'm buying a lot of like spinach and berries and bananas. Maybe bananas are considered berries. Oat milk, almond butter. Wait, bananas are legumes. Those bananas can be whatever you believe them to be. Okay, the goal is to keep this instructive, keep it chill. I'll try and be competitive. There's no berserking in the Swiss tournament, so I won't be inclined to gambit my time. Maybe I can cross 2600. There's some decently high rated players here. Okay, first game, E3. E3 is, what is this called? The Van Kruijs Opening. But transposing into E3 B3. I'll stick with what I usually play.
Nice to spend this Sunday evening with you, Eric.
Oh, good to have you here. Actress, welcome back. And Chuck.
I watch your YouTube content every day. Glad to catch you on here.
Oh, that's nice. Hey, it's Pablo.
Transposing into 14 months.
Yeah, this could very well be future YouTube content. If not for the main channel, then for the extra channel. Shout out to everyone watching in the future. So this is already kind of a bizarre setup. I mean, white's clearly going for e4. So a natural mistake would be bishop d6 and then e4 and then eventually... Actually, bishop d6 is playable. e5 is not controlled enough times. But generally, the bishop shouldn't go to d6. If I play bishop b4, I just get hit with a3. So I'm thinking I'll play a flexible move, bishop g6. I didn't see like how to effectively stop e4. Castling, wow. All right, so this is likely going to be a sharp game. I'm debating here between c5 and c6. I think c6. Actually sticking within the realm of a London. And white already creating some aggression. And I think this is a threat. Like if I allow h5, bishop f5, e4, bishop g4, well, maybe it's okay, but I think I'd be safe just to play h6 first and give the bishop a little bit more room. g4, wow. Okay, so this probably calls for some counterattack. Like bishop b4. There's also queen a5. I kind of like queen a5 actually, because it keeps the possibility of bishop a3. And if I get bishop b4, the next move, then I have the battery. Welcome back, Zingano, first time prime. So for everyone just joining, this is the first round of the Rapid Swiss. It's a 7-round tournament. If you want to join yourself, we do have the join command. And it's possible to late join, at least after the first few rounds. Queen e1. So that walks into a pin, but it does defend the knight. I mean, I really want to like keep applying pressure here. There's a move e5. Although, if I try to play d4 and then takes, and I'm pinned along the e-file, so queen is still creating some x-ray vision. And do I really want to castle kingside? Probably not. I'm looking for other ways to like create threats. There's this move, pawn d4. The idea takes knight d5, but then knight e2. And visually it looks really nice. Takes. Yeah, I really want to make that work actually. d4 takes here.
Hello, Eric.
Hello.
Have you been following the TmChessz?
I have. The TmChessz, I like that. It's hard to watch it live given the time zone I'm in. But I have seen every game. I might castle queenside? I don't know. I'm a little bit torn here. Like if I play this, there's f4 right away. I think I will castle queenside. Wait a minute. There. Okay, this should be okay. So eventually I do want to play this and this. Okay, white wants to play this. Now I still want to calculate d4. I also don't want to be moving too slowly. But d4 here takes knight d5, knight e2, and then maybe e5. I think I'm going to go for it. It's a very direct line, and it's a pawn sacrifice. But I'm getting a ton of initiative. And white's going to be tied down. Yeah, so now e5. Threatening to take. And I guess the main reason I'm going for this is because in this position I'm threatening knight f3, which would be pretty devastating for white. Okay, there is a one check. But then probably king b8. Okay, so this move does cover knight f3. But it leaves the pawn hanging. I don't know if I want to take the pawn, though. I think I'd rather like, just focus on making my pieces happy. Okay. Now I can take. We still have the pin. Threatening this now. But I'm still down a pawn, too. Thank you, Agranak. Wow. I'm not getting anything here. Where am I? Knight f3.
Im Rosen duck.
This is one of the issues when I rely on intuition. It still should be okay. It's just I don't think knight f3 leads to much. And d4, there's knight d5. So let's play this. That way I'm unleashing the rook. Maybe preparing this, because after this I can win back the pawn. Hey, it's Keeljin. Welcome back. Okay, so white's defending the knight. How to do this? I could play like very slowly, like, or maybe just play very aggressively. Let's play aggressively.
YOLO is a lie.
Then what's the truth? Also, welcome back, Fuxia. Okay, so it's equal material again. Um, but am I about to lose a pawn? I might be. There. Uh-oh. I really want to take and play bishop c3. How reckless would that be?
Another month subbed.
There. I'm just worse here. D3 takes doesn't work. If takes. All right, let's play rook e7. Now it's just about damage control. Take. Okay. I'm just down a pawn. I'm down a lot of time too. I spent so much time to get such a bad position. Oh, but white's blundering a queen. Yeah, this is now winning because I mean, I could start with this, but I'll start by taking. Then c3, I take. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. That was a close call. I'm fortunate here that the battery supports e1, so white's not really getting much for it. Welcome back to Adfast. Happy 32. Okay, now I have plenty of time to convert. Play f6. The c3 almost drops the bishop, but then bishop g3 or bishop d2. Yeah, opponent played well. I mean, this is the brutal thing about chess. You can play a lot of good moves, but make one careless mistake, and then the position can go downhill. It was probably worth just taking a little bit more time just to blunder check. Yeah, good to see a lot of people back. So yeah, if you want to late join the tournament, I see Adfast is one person who late joined. I think the way it works is you get a half point for the round that you don't play. Okay, the bishop is actually kind of short on squares. I just trapped the bishop. Bishop e7, I have queen f7. And the bishop is trapped. Okay, I can start by taking here. And this is a pin. I'm winning the rook. No mercy. Where's your T? My T is right here. I made something a bit different tonight. I tried to make a chai latte. I had chai tea, and I put some steamed milk, a little bit of caramel syrup. I didn't have vanilla syrup. It's nice. I've consumed most of it. Okay. Back to tournament. Yeah, the nice thing about a Swiss tournament is there's small breaks between every game. So I have a little bit of time to analyze. I was worse, yeah. So d4 was maybe not the best move, although it's playable. E5 was a blunder. I mean, e5 was like the reason why I went for this, but I guess white... Oh, white could play f4 here. If I play this? And then knight is counterattacked. Wow. And then f4, f5 could be kind of devastating. Wait, this was okay for me. Rook e7. How is black... Oh! Oh, this whole thing was okay for me because of rook e1 check. I guess white has c3, but that's hard to find. Yeah, in the moment when I played rook e7, I just thought I was losing the pawn, but I guess once white takes the pawn, then I have this tactic, which of course I found. Okay. I guess I didn't realize that, yeah, the pawn was just poisonous. And if white can't take, then white's just not better. Why did I not take g5? Oh, later. At this point, everything was winning. I mean, I was more interested in trying to win the bishop. So, but taking here is a completely fine move. Is next round starting? Oh, it is. Okay. Good timing. Let's play
Thank you for the
e4.
17 lots of 3 months.
Wow, it's Capo Greco. Wait, is 51 17 times 3? My math isn't great these days, but I think it is. Happy 51. All right, let's play a tricky Sicilian. I'll go into classical. We'll see what black wants. Or this is classical. I guess dragon is playable as well. I'll play a line here that's a little bit offbeat. Bishop e3. This is a move I learned when I was much, much younger. And it looks natural, but okay, we're going to transpose into something. It did allow knight g4, after which I would play bishop b5. But with e6, I guess I can play in the style of like some English attack. I usually don't play these structures, but they do lead to sharp, exciting positions. Knight d4. I mean, I think most often in these lines, white castle's queenside. I guess I have a choice. Like, do I want to put the bishop on c4? Like, maybe I can start with this. Could also start with this. We'll start with this. And king b1, I think, is very common. For all I know, this could still be some kind of opening theory. I'm also realizing the board is a little bit off. Let me up this a little bit. Okay, sorry about that. I think I changed it at some point off stream. So d5. d5 is a very thematic break. And if I take...
Missed you, Eric.
I
Good to be
missed you
back.
too.
Smile.
Colin Roddy. Wait, if I take... If ever the knight takes, I win the pawn. And if the bishop takes, I get the bishop pair. If the pawn takes, black has an isolated queen's pawn. Yeah, I think there's downsides to whatever captures on d5. If a queen takes, of course, I win a queen. Yeah, black was maybe better off, like, just keeping the pawns as is, maybe going for b5. Oh yeah, I was playing Puzzle Racer earlier. I was playing a little bit earlier today off stream. I was playing yesterday on Zephcat was streaming Puzzle Racer. I joined for a little bit. And usually for Puzzle Racer, yeah, the board is it's easier to move quicker when the board is smaller. Less distance for the mouse. Okay, so I could consider bishop b5. Bishop b5, bishop c6. Okay, so I'm calculating bishop b5, bishop d6, queen e2, threatening bishop f6. If takes, knight takes, or no, queen takes, queen d7, and then I take, take, and then whatever takes back, I have knight c7. So bishop b5, bishop c6, queen e2. What if queen c7? I have bishop e5, queen b6. If ever I take, I'm not sure if I'm getting much there. Okay, new idea. Bishop e5, bishop c6, queen f4, preventing queen c7, and again unleashing the rook. There's queen c8. Yeah, maybe I just go with my first impression. I mean, I'll get the bishop pair. I wanted to do something a little bit more concrete. I didn't see how the tactics could work out. So hopefully we'll have an instructive example of how the bishops can dominate.
Love watching your streams. Thanks.
Oh yes, for 7 months. Oh yeah, I'll answer questions mainly between games. Sometimes it's hard to like look at chats and be super interactive during the games. But then after the tournament too, I thought could do some Q&A. There's actually a funny line here. There. Wow. That's such a weird idea. So when I initially took on d5, I had no intention of taking on f6. But there's a funny idea that's about to happen. That might end up happening. We'll see what black wants to do. I should note, if takes with either thing, then I just win a clean pawn. So black basically has 3 choices here. Opponent doesn't have the best connection. But it's decent. Okay. I will be impressed if my opponent plays the right move. But this, I don't think, is the right move. So I'm not impressed. So the funny idea is to not take the queen, but to start with this move. Because I'm temporarily up a piece. And now, whatever black does to get out of check, if this or this, I take with check, and then I win the queen, and I'll be up a bishop. And if queen d7, I would just take with check, and again be up a bishop. So it was a nice little, it was a great example of a in-between move. Sometimes very easy to overlook. So black should have just taken back and tried to fight down a pawn. It's much harder to fight down a bishop. Thank you, Jonathan. Or should I say Junathan? The first time prime. Yeah, happy to simplify. And the strategy to win here is probably just to advance the queenside pawns. This is a side that I have the 3-on-2. And eventually I want to make a pass pawn. Okay, I could play c5. There's a3. I'll play c5. Now I have the pass a pawn. Okay. That was a nice instructive game. I mean, I played this move for positional reasons. Initially, I wanted to go for like tactics, but then the tactics still happened. And sometimes it can be common, like when you're castled and you're a bit more developed, the tactics can kind of play in your favor. In this case, because Black's king was in the center, it has a nice opportunity to have the in-between move. But Black could have fought. Like, if bishop f6, this is not a trivial win. Like, I'd win the pawn, but opposite color bishops definitely gives Black some drawing chances. Oh, a pass pawn is a pawn. So in chess, yeah, it's a term for a pawn that can't be stopped by an opponent pawn. So this is a pass pawn because there's no pawn like on b7 or a7 to stop it. And this is a pass pawn because I don't have any pawns on these files to stop it. But of course, this pawn is not so dangerous because my king and bishop can stop it. None of these pawns are pass pawns because the other pawns are in the way. So I hope that makes sense. I could maybe take some opening requests. See a request for Knight's Tango. Yeah, there's a lot of like different terminology and jargon in chess that if you're newer to the game, it's the type of thing that you'll learn over time. There's concept of isolated pawns, which are, so this is one example, when you have a pawn and there's no pawns on the adjacent files. So essentially a pawn that can't be defended by one of your own pawns. And this would be, yeah, this would be a tough situation. Like I could take and win it immediately if I wanted. A London English Opening, King's Gambit with Bishop c4, Grunfeld Scotch. Yeah, whenever I mention the fact that I'm taking opening requests, triggers everyone to share their favorite openings, which is nice to see. But Baghdad, I don't think I'll be playing any like meme openings. Yeah, the Baghdad, the Baghdad is when you spell out the word with your pawn moves. Oh, the Portsmouth Gambit. I saw the Vampire Chicken thumbnail. I think the Portsmouth is this one, right? Yeah. This actually came to mind like right after I played Knight c3. Maybe I can consider it. I'll real quick show. I saw a comment, I think it was from Adfost, who's pretty knowledgeable about openings. Saying bishop e3 is not correct. And objectively, it's probably a little bit dubious, but it's also like very venomous. And the idea is we allow the trade on e3. And at first it looks terrible because white has double isolated pawns and has conceded the bishop pair. But white has initiative too because, yeah, the knight's pinned and attacked. There's more development. And white has a half-open f-file. And after bishop d7, yeah, there's some tricky lines for black. Like e6 and then takes, and then e5. And if takes, then queen h5. Yeah, it can get really murky. What if d5? Queen f3, queen e7, b4. Yeah, I remember like studying these lines as a younger player. And then b5, and then c5, and then e4. Yeah, this brings back so much nostalgia.
Thanks for all of the great content. Also, quack.
Oh, thank you, David. Anyway, for anyone that wants to like seriously study this weapon, like if you want to play bishop e3 in this position, you should know this line with like the ventral e4. So it can get really, really cool. White sacks a knight, and then e takes d5. White sacks the other knight. Takes, and then d6. So white's down 2 bishops, but it has monstrous pawns. Whoa, it's 8-bit for the win. Gifting 10. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Queen g5, and then... Oh, the rook's hanging. I was looking at the pawn, but... Oh yeah, this is just devastating for black. And the queen couldn't go to d8 to defend, because this is mate in 1. Does this line have a name? Let's see. They just call it the classical. But after knight g4, it doesn't have a name. Wow. Yeah, the classical is just this position. And this really should have a name. I learned that line from international master Albert Kappengut. He would come to Chicago, usually over the summers when I was younger, and he would teach at this chess camp. And there were multiple years in a row he would share the same games that he played in that line from the white side. And after a few years of seeing the same lesson, it stuck a little bit in memory. What if the second knight isn't captured? Yeah, I'm sure there's more details to like delve into. Like in this position, rook c8 is the best try. Most people take the knight. If rook c8, yeah, I guess if black doesn't take the knight's ready to come in and do damage. Okay, let's get ready for the next game. Or maybe we can watch a game. Let's see, what's the most interesting fight? This looks interesting. Oh, it's Emblem. Emblem, a longtime viewer of the channel. Playing a strong player. Wow. A lot going on here. Bishop z5 is a bold move to leave the king on g7. Oh no, my emblem. f5 checkmate. What a finish. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to save it. If queen f4, basically the same thing happens. Queen f2, king e4, f5. Wouldn't be mate,
Still
but
using
lose a
my
queen.
sub message to ask about Among Us video.
Oh.
Heard Vampire Chicken has it.
Oh, maybe you should ask him then. Maybe someday I can just put the whole thing on the extra channel. I'm not sure if I have it though. I still have to find my hard drive and then find the cable for the hard drive and probably dig through all the files. I have a lot of tabs open. One more game going. Ooh. So black's up 2 bishops. But white has more open files, at least on the queen side. Hey, it's Emblem in chat. Yeah, sorry we had to witness your pain. Looked like an interesting finale though. Our opponent got a Rosen trophy for the pawn mate. Yeah, the hard drive I don't think is a solid state drive. It's one of these larger 8 terabyte hard drives I have to plug in for it to work.
17 months. Thanks for all the great content.
Oh, thank you, Farmanides. Oh yeah, we have the RosenScore command. That will take you to rosenscore.com. Eric, would you donate me your blood if I had a lethal disease? I think it depends on whether our blood types would be compatible. Yeah, hopefully we won't have to, the universe won't come to that situation. I don't have too much experience with donating blood, though. Okay, 5 more rounds to go. Round 3 approaching. There's 8 perfect scores.
Your dedication to your chess is truly commendable, and I thank you for all that you do to promote and grow the chess community. Keep up the great work.
Thanks so much, Marius M. I appreciate the words. Yeah, for a long time I would play a6 on move 2 against knight c3. But yeah, here we're going into a line that I actually like playing as white. I have to remember the approach for black. I think it's 97. And knight f6 is also playable though. Wait a minute. Or is it a6? Wait, I have to flip the board. What's the line here? Knight f6. Oh yeah, knight f6 castle. Okay. I couldn't remember the line because I usually have it from the white side. But the line is a6. There's a really cool trap if black plays d5 immediately that if I have time after the game I can hopefully show. But now d5. And the inclusion of a6 and a4 is very important. I mean, it's probably roughly equal. But if I didn't play a6 and play d5, I think it's losing for black. Okay, so I probably don't want to allow takes 92. So I'm thinking I just take on e2 myself. And then bishop e7. Although okay, I was a little bit concerned about rook e1 for a brief moment there. Okay, now I can castle. And yeah, we have a position where, I mean, d5 is a focal point. I don't think I want to play d4 so soon because that just opens up the bishop. I could start with this move. I think I will start with this move. Just preventing bishop g5. And probably very soon I'll put the bishop here. I think the goal is just to like make the major pieces happy. Like queen d7, rook a d8, rook e8. And maybe later just gradually expand. Like b5, c4, shut down the bishop. But as long as d5 is defended enough times, I think I should be doing fine. There is a move bishop e5, like attempting to take and then win the pawn. But I'm in time to play rook d8. I could play rook fd8. Sometimes it is a decision which rook to move. I'll play rook a d8. The e-file is open. Like, even though my bishops are in the way, it's the only file with no pawns. So eventually, like, the rook should have some influence. Okay, now b5 looks attractive. Yeah, the queen is useful, supporting b5, defending d5. This might be the first game I'm like up on time, at least a little bit out of the opening. Rumors are swirling that Nepo will play a beach cafe tomorrow. That would be the ultimate surprise. Probably unlikely, though. That's a lot of pawn moves, because you have to spell B-E-A-C-H. I played the beach cafe, I think, against Emblem. That was a long time ago. It's one of those openings you probably play once for content and then retire from. Okay, what to do here? B4? 92. I can't play c4 because takes, 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 and there's a pin on the d file. So I just want to play an improving move. Maybe just rook e8. I really wasn't sure what to do. One downside with rook e8 is if I try to go for b4, there is bishop a4, so I have to be a little bit careful. Another consideration I had was queen b7, which I might play next. I was thinking about rook a1, but I thought now I can play c4 and there's no eventual pin. I mean, there is, I guess, takes, takes here, and then b4, and then knight e4. But that looks really nice. Or does it? Now let's start with c4. I guess there is rook d1 back. White still has a lot of issues. So either rook to d1, I play queen c8. And now, okay, so b4. b4, knight e4, bishop d5 is the thought. And yeah, it just seems like white's in big trouble there. Not to mention there's ideas of b3. Although b3 would chase the bishop to perhaps a strong diagonal. But this pin is looking nice. White could take with check, and then I take back. And now the queen and pawn are hit. Rooks are staring at each other. Okay, this is a threat, kind of. Taking time. Because there's a few moves to consider here. Like I could start with taking on b2. I think it makes sense just to take on b2 first. Takes, rook b1. Yeah, there's some trade. All the lines I'm looking at seem better for black. I mean, at bishop h6 I can take, and the bishop still defends g7. And this line I was looking at too, but now I could take with rook. And after rook d1 I forgot about. Could play this move. Yeah, this should be fine. This is a playable move. Some weird things to calculate. At this point, I'm just trying to find like a clean cut variation. Like after takes, I could take here. b3 is interesting. Maybe after takes, I play this move. And I'm still hitting the bishop, and I'm hitting this, and I'm defending mate. But there's rook d6. Rook d6, queen, queen a4. Okay, so I don't have to worry about any of that. I think I'll play this now. So just hitting the queen. Thank you to Pack Shipman.
Live Eric.
I'll keep living. Apologies if I'm missing questions, but yeah, when I'm not playing, I can more actively answer questions. I have this move too. Let's play this move. I just like the bishop defending and also supporting some maybe eventual pawn moves. Okay, I can take. So I'm up one pawn, but the one extra pawn is probably going to determine the game. I imagine this move will come. And then I have a choice between this or this. Maybe even this. Oh yeah, with this move I have rook e1 first. And there's probably a few different wins, but rook e1 is pretty clean. Another in-between move. I don't capture either thing, but yeah, I'd be winning the queen. Yeah, it's not a rook sack because the queen is pinned. I guess white was trying to sack the rook. Okay, that was a pleasant game. I can take a moment just to share some opening insights. I learned this opening from the white side like just before I hit master level. Actually, this was one of the openings that helped me reach the master title. Won some nice games in some tournaments. And there's a trap here that if black plays d5 immediately, which is actually kind of surprising. It's the most played move on Nyezhmetdinov-Rossolimo. It looks very natural. Let's flip the board because white has a really cool response. Is to take, and then knight takes d5, sacrificing the knight. And at first it just doesn't seem like white has anything, but after takes, white's down a knight for a pawn, but white's much, much better here after the next move, queen h5. And there's just not a great way for black to like meet the threat because knight's pinned to f7, so knight moves anywhere, queen f7 happens. And if bishop e6, which looks like it defends everything, rook e1, and the bishop is pinned, so white's still threatening to take, and the f-pawn is pinned, so white's threatening to take the bishop as well. And black's whole position is about to crumble here. Hey, it's Pax Shipman, gifting 5. Oh yeah, I learned this opening before I got the National Master title. So this was back in maybe like 2000... I don't even know, 2007, 2008, maybe 2009. Yeah, if g6 then takes.
Wahoo.
The same case here, g6 we just take. If g5 is an interesting try. I think g5, d3, and white still has overwhelming compensation. But actually, the reason why black should play a6 much earlier is if we throw in a6, a4, knight f4 is working here for black. And just to show, if knight f4, there's bishop b5. And yeah, king e7, and white wins back the piece with a crushing position. I had this once in a tournament game from the white side. It was very pleasant. But yeah, if we go back like all the way, well, I played in the game a6, a4, and then d5. And if white goes for the same line, it doesn't work because of what I just showed. Knight f4, there's no bishop b5, and black is doing fine. So it's a cool example, like a small but very meaningful nuance that changes a tactical situation. Thank you, Bidata Sit May. Happy 4 months. Yeah, this is a variation of the Grand Prix, although it's not like a traditional Grand Prix, as it says closed traditional. But it's another line without like an established name. Hey, it's Ember.
Hello, Eric. Hope you're doing well this night. I know you can calculate well in your head, just wondering if talking to us helps, makes it harder or doesn't make a difference?
It probably slows me down a little bit. But yeah, sometimes it depends. Sometimes it can be helpful because it talking out loud and calculating out loud really holds me accountable to be thorough with my calculations. But yeah, I probably calculate a little bit faster if I'm not like speaking and drawing arrows. It's a good question though. When I first started streaming, it was very difficult to speak and calculate. But these days I've kind of learned to balance the two. Oh, would love to watch a Grand Prix. If I'm white again, I'll play e4. I think there were a good number of opening requests within e4. Yeah, Gawain Jones actually wrote a book on the Grand Prix. It's one of the resources I use to learn the opening. Oh, there's been 24 players who played d5 in the master database. Wow. Yeah, what I just showed, it's a trap that like even masters can fall into. Favorite Girl Scout cookie? I forget the names of them. Probably like the chocolate mint or the one with peanut butter. It's been a while since I had one though. Okay, so only 3 perfect scores. Wow, Wrefo. Overperforming?
Just finished reading The Art of Learning.
Ooh.
Thanks for the rec. That dude Waitskin is next level.
Yeah, it's a great book. It's a good audiobook too. Josh Waitzkin narrates it himself. That's nice to hear. Oh, Samoas. That's been a long time. I got these cool cookies from Trader Joe's the other day. They were like, they had some kind of ube, which is purple yam from the Philippines. Okay, playing e4. So we have a Pierce. Yeah, knight d7 is a bit more common these days. That was what Joe Bava played against me in Abu Dhabi. I think it's known as like the Black Lion. Or the Rat. Forget the name of this opening. Yeah, h6. Well, white has to be very careful. Like h3, there's already g5. And bishop e3, there's knight g4. Do I play d5? Maybe I play a5. Just see what black is up to. Yeah, this opponent is clearly underrated if they won their first 3 games. I know Simon Williams is like an advocate for the setup. The a5 is one of these moves that can be useful, discourages the b pawn pushes and prevents knight b6. b6. I mean, that was one of the moves I was trying to discourage. Yeah, I think I'll take, because there was a pin, very temporary pin. Now bishop b3. Hey, it's John Curtis. Appreciate the raid. Shout out to John. Hope you had a good stream. Yeah, if you're just joining, I'm playing Rapid Chess. It's a rapid Swiss tournament. This is my 4th round game. And we have an interesting fight here. I want to develop this bishop, but there is this knight g4 move still looming. And if I take first and then bishop e3, not sure if that does much. There's also d5. I'm also considering h3, g5, knight h2. Rook g8. Maybe it's worth going for. A bit more risky. Because I create the opportunity for the pawn break. Yeah, Swiss, for those unfamiliar, it's a format where there's a fixed number of rounds. So generally everyone will play the same number of games. And usually you're playing someone who has the same number of points as you. So it's the same format as Title Tuesday. Oh, thank you, Pack Shipman.
Still love the stream after almost 3 years. Thanks for
really
being awesome.
I really appreciate like the nice words and support today. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah, there's no berserking in Swiss. In arenas, you can play more games than other players, and then there's more incentive to like berserk, and there's a different scoring system. In Swiss, 1 win is 1 point. A draw is half a point. Okay, so I've managed to complete development. I will admit I was a little bit more concerned about that g5 move. But now what to do? Queen d2. It was take. I think I'll start with queen d2. The rook is probably more useful in the center. Although there's also cases where a5 could be a target. f7 also looks kind of like a juicy target. I'm thinking about a maneuver here, like very multi-purpose move. I think I'll go ahead and do it. Just because the knight wasn't tied down to defending e4, I'd really like to get in the move c3 and knight g3, and then gradually start like doing things on the king side. Yeah, so I could start with c3. Should also note that there might be cases where I'd like to sack, but I don't want to sack prematurely. But if I get the knight in, then sacking becomes a lot more feasible. Bishop a2. There is a trick. If black plays a3, I take. There's bishop f7, a winning material. Knight c4 might be coming. I probably just allow it. Like if knight c4, I can choose which bishop to keep. Like take. I could take. Take and play knight h5, or do I go back? Probably take and play knight h5. I'm not sure if this is a threat, but it's definitely an idea that black has to worry about. G6 doesn't really work because I take and win the pawn. And what I might end up doing is just build up pressure. Like knight h2, knight g4, and then like f6 and h6 are the pressure points, along with g7. Up on time. It's not clear what black's plan should be. Like, I'm not sure which move is coming. I should also mention I might just want to take the bishop. Remove one of the only defenders of the king side. But there's no rush. Also wondering about g4, g5. Yeah, like this is a case I could consider taking. But, I mean, I'll just take back and maintain the center pawns. Oh, wow. That move I did not see coming. I think I have to take. It's a good move. Take. And then some. But my knight is hit. Let's take. Probably queen b3. Wow, my queen gets trapped in this line. Okay, let's play this first. It's not so simple. I was just calculating bishop b3 takes, and then I think the queen gets... It does get trapped. Rook c8. Queen b7. And then rook c7 traps the queen. So bishop b3 take here. I don't have queen d5. Queen b7, rook c7. Wow.
I am back.
I might have bishop d2 in that line. Oh, I have this move too. The problem is black can repeat. Also, welcome back, Beast of Darkness. So here, 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 here. here. So my backup option, if I can't take on c6, I just play queen d3. But we don't have to worry about it. This is now a threat. And Black's finding some good moves. I think I have to play e5 here. Not really the move I want to play. Probably the move I have to play. I can't play rook here and allow this. Knight d2 loses a pawn. Yeah, I might not be better here, although it's still tricky. I guess I'll take with knight. We both have weak pawns. Yeah, definitely my toughest game so far. Bishop b3. Okay, I can take the pawn. Take. And in the event of the queen trade, moves like this or this get forked. So I'm up a pawn, but this pawn is isolated and like very easily blockaded. Hmm. I think bishop f4. Even bishop d2. I think bishop d2. The bishop might want to come to a3. It's also the trap. If rook c8, I play this. And this move. I mean, position's still not easy, but the time is probably going to decide the game. Okay, now bishop b4. I forgot about this move. Probably should not have allowed that. I can take in bishop a3. I think I'll take and play knight e7 check. Or knight e7 is also playable right away. Hmm. I'll just take. I'm probably not better here. An idea is to eventually play this move d5. Knight d2. And black wants to force a draw. So if take, and there. I think knight c4, I play d5. And if takes, I just keep pushing. Ooh, fancy, fancy. Okay, I'm going to win on time. I'll be safe anyway. Okay. It was a good fight. Wasn't easy. Let's go back to tournament.
Hello, Tautomeric.
Next round starts in 50 seconds.
How is your Scrabble tourney prep coming along?
Oh, hey, it's Axford Typo.
Let's go.
I really want to play a Scrabble tournament before the end of the year. An in-person Scrabble tournament. But for now, I've been doing more chess prep than Scrabble prep. And there's not much time to analyze this game. I made one blunder. Rook b1. D5 is better. Yeah, good fight though. Queen a5 was very resourceful. Apparently queen c2 is wrong. Okay. New game. Whoa, I have 3 different tabs with the same game. All right, let's play d5. Here we go. Okay. Oh, it's a London. Okay, queen b6. This is a slightly dubious move order. Like generally in the London, you should avoid these structures. I'd like to start with. Sometimes it's a matter of what to start with. I'll start with bishop f5. And the basic plan is to go for like b5, b4. I'll play h6. Yeah, b5 is comes a little bit later. Yeah, this is going to be a very like positional strategic battle. Queens are off the board. The idea of knight d7 is to someday get the knight to a4. There's many cases where the b pawn can be a big weakness. So there goes my plan of getting a knight to a4. White wants to play this move, which is very logical. I think I'd play bishop d6 here, like just trade the bishops. I could also play this, like bishop d3, rook e1, f5. Kind of like that actually, a bit more prophylactic, trying to clamp down on the opponent. Not sure how much progress I'm making though. If we're trading light squared bishops. Although now, wait a minute. I think white made a mistake. It's still tricky, but I'm going to take and play b4. Because generally white should not allow this to happen. Because there's a pin. And knight's coming to d3. And this will be an octopus knight. It's still tricky though. Yeah, knight f3. Hmm. Like I'm thinking g5. g5, knight e5. King e8, bishop g3. Bishop d6. I could also play bishop d6 right away, but then take knight e5. And then maybe knight c6. But then I get forked. What if I play knight c6 first? Take. I think the rook ending should still be slightly better for black. I could also play knight d3 first, and then still like offer the trade. Take rook g8. Let's go for it. Yeah, this is gonna be a very short-lived octopus. Oh no, my octopus knight. Wait, can I play this first? Probably not. I just want to develop, offer the bishop trade and not lose a pawn. I could consider keeping bishops on the board, but yeah, let's go for this. It seems like we're just trading things off and it's going to head towards a draw. But there's, I think, some long-term potential to make like steady progress on the queen side. And maybe the king side as well. Hmm. And white can't really avoid the bishop trade. I think white's probably debating like whether to play f4 or take or bishop g3. All the moves are probably pretty similar. I don't think white should leave the bishop on e5. Or in the vent, yeah, f4. It's interesting though. Now I take. And we're reaching a situation where there's potential on both flanks. Now, actually, I'm wondering about this moment. Because I do have the chance to play this and this, or even rook a5. I think I start with rook a5. Because there's some funny idea of putting one rook on b5 and the other rook on b6. So essentially maneuver to a8, a6, and then b6. And then have the battery on what is a closed file, but I just put the rooks in front of the b pawn. Now white's gonna come over with a king. But this is the other idea. Now let's start with this. The b3 square looks really nice for the rook. Pressure the pawn on e3. And we're going to get a situation where white's very tied down. It seems like white's going for a setup with like both rooks on the second rank. Okay, now do I actually want to put the rook on b6? Because I also have this plan. But there's also g5. Maybe I start with g5. There's also this move. I'll start with g5. It's my idea of playing f4. I have a feeling we're going to get a grinding situation where we'll move around for a bit. I'm down on time, but the position's nice. And this is a breakthrough. This is a breakthrough. I think f4 is already a pretty big threat. Wow. Should I take and put the rook here? Hmm. I think I go for this. The white's going to be stuck being passive. Not 100% sure about this line, though. I think the plan is to put the rook on the b file again. Essentially forcing rook a2, and now this. But am I in time? King here, 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 here. I think I'm just in time. If I can infiltrate with a rook, there's a lot of juicy pawns to try and exploit. If ever rook b2, I just defend. So rook's really tied down. g4, wow. It's interesting. Probably have to go for this. I don't want the white king to come in. I'm going to give white a defended passed e-pawn, which is a pretty strong asset in the endgame. But the hope is that my rook will do some damage. So I'm calculating this, takes, this, and then take. We trade everything, rook h7. And then king c6, check there. Not so sure. I could play this. g4, king f4. I think I actually just play this. So now I have a defended pass pawn. King f4, I play king e6. I'm just trying to keep full control. Like it's equal material, but the big difference is I have a more active rook. Rook b3 is coming soon. Let's see this idea. So rook b3 or rook b1? Probably rook b1. Threatening this. So a5 check here, check, I win the pawn. If I get the rook to f3, it's checkmate. Not easy though. Yeah, this should be winning. Can still be tricky. Gonna have to take. Ooh. I have this move. It's actually very tricky. I'm banking on the fact that my pawns are stronger. My king will come in too. Could play this or rook a2. Rook a2. Rook b6, king f5, rook f6 there. Push there. Huh. Not 100% sure actually. So here, 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 here. And I take. And here. Maybe I just play this. Right, there's also rook b6 king here. Might be safer. Because if check here takes here, here, here. I just need to get the pawns to f3 and g3 and not allow white to get too much counterplay. So here, 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 here. Because I want to play this, but then takes, takes, and then here. So I think I have to play this. It may have been the wrong decision, but wasn't sure. Now king e7. Now this. Hmm. Okay, this is a big threat. Not sure how I'm going to win this, though. I think I have an idea. I have this move. Have to be very careful here. I couldn't take the pawn because check. Oh no. It's gonna be a draw? I messed up. Ugh. I'm in big trouble. There. Take there. White fought well though. Okay, now I don't know what's happening. No! Why'd I do that? Ah. Ah. I didn't think I was gonna have to, like, hold on for dear life. What did I do? I wasn't expecting king takes g4. That's a good move, though. I should have probably gone for f2. Yeah, there's no time until the next round. 30 seconds, though. Yeah, f2. I didn't see the win, though. I was trying to calculate king g5. Wow, queen c1 only move? And then queen b1. Ah, I win the rook. Ah. Yeah, good game. Man, look at this graph. Like, I built my way up to a winning position. Was king f5 the better move? Oh, f3 was just a better move. Okay. GG. All right, new game. So I don't think there's any more perfect scores. I think we were the only two. Man, that was a dirty finish, though. I wasn't really looking at chat most of that game, too. I didn't win that game. Even though my opponent flagged, I didn't have any mating material, so Let's declare the draw. Oh, thanks to the most recent Prime sub. 6 was taken. Okay, so this is Caro-Kann, 2 knights attack. Yeah, e6 is, I think, the main line. Yeah, the main move here is bishop c5, preventing d4. Yeah, I had this position in Kruijs, Norway, against a very prepared opponent. Now the move instead of casting was bishop d4. I think with this line I just played d4 and life should be pretty good. So simply hitting the bishop. And yeah, really the only way for black to justify bishop c5 is to play bishop d4. And there's an interesting pawn sack. I would have played queen f4, allow take, take, and then take. But then there's all this counterplay that could have happened. So now the bishop has to find a square. Or not. Let's take. Wait. Yeah, I haven't seen this line before. But if bishop takes, I win the bishop. It's a poisonous pawn. Yeah, Lichess and chess.com have different rules when it comes to sufficient versus insufficient mating material. Lichess follows FIDE rules. And chess.com maybe follows US chess, although I think maybe just has its own rules. Okay, so know what to do. I'm considering taking the knight. Having the bishop pair. I have the bishop pair regardless. Maybe I just play c3. And then give black the option of trading. Keeping tension. Okay, there's conflicting info in the chat. Chess.com follows FIDE, chess.com follows USCF. Okay, queen f3. I'm pretty sure chess.com, it doesn't follow FIDE or USCF exactly. At least when it comes to very specific situations. But I guess I'm not the most well-informed. And there aren't too many cases where it will affect things. Although I did have one game once on chess.com where I had forced mate. I had king and knight, and that was the only material I had. Opponent had a pawn, or a few pawns, but the king was cornered. And there was no way to stop the knight from delivering mate. But my opponent flagged, and the game was declared a draw. And I know that that wouldn't happen in USCF. Okay, rook b1. So yeah, this position calls for a bit more like patient strategy. Ideas of like gradually improving the bishops, and maybe the rooks. Probably want to double on the e file. I think in USCF, if you have like just a knight, but there's forced mate, and you can show there's a potential mate, and the opponent flags, then it should be a win. No, there's some document somewhere with the rules. Anyway, okay, let me try and focus here. I was getting a little bit sidetracked. C5 is a confrontational move. Probably should just take. But bishop c2 is also interesting. Along with queen e4. Along with this move. Maybe this move. So I'm dreaming of double bishop sacrifice, which I'm not sure if I've ever had in a game. Hey, it's Chawdan. Happy 30 months. Oh yeah, if you're just joining, this is the Rapid Swiss. It's not like an hourly arena tournament. Slightly different format. It just so happened that it was starting around when I started streaming. So I've lost track which round. I think this is round 5. I thought there was one perfect score, but they just finished their round. This is round 6. Okay, I don't think the double bishop sack works. As much as I want to go for it. Although I am calculating. There's a funny line. Takes. Oh no, one bishop. Oh no, the other bishop. Yeah, there's no way that works. I was thinking maybe I could throw in b4, rook d4. And this probably calls for like looking at the forcing continuations. Oh, there's almost a move that works here. I think I just start with taking. So I'm looking at bishop takes, and then I think I'd like to go for c4. Okay, queen takes is also playable. But I have bishop d4. And I think this is a pretty comfortable position. And the bishops look really, really nice. And there's all these moves to consider, like queen h5 or even now queen e4. Because knight f6 I would take. F5 I take on e6. And if g6 has to be played, then maybe that's okay for black. Wait a minute. It doesn't work. I was calculating takes here, check, goes back, takes here. I could force a draw. I want rook d4 in the end, but then bishop f4.
Hey Eric, I love your YouTube stuff. You've
Thank
taught me
you.
a lot about chess and life. First time here.
I appreciate that. Thank you, small duck. Thank you, Mammon. Gifting to Ipshi. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think I just play G3 and just restrict anything from coming to F4. Keep all the pressure. Might end up going for bishop E4 at some point. Yeah, I was thinking about this. I think I can take. Hey, it's Gary.
Best
Or
instructive
it's
chess on the
Gypsy.
internets.
Just saw it started with G and ended with Y. Thank you, Gypsy. I really appreciate the support. But I have to, okay, I have some work to do here. If I take the knight, lose the bishop. If I take here, then I lose the pawn. I mean, I could take and then threaten mate. I could also just take on a7. Which looks reasonable. Because knight's hanging. And a pawn is a pawn. Apologies if I'm not like following all the threads and discussion in chat. I know there's some question of FIDE, which is a French acronym. I think FIDE and Lichess are both registered in France. All right, let me try and stay focused here. So I think I just take the knight now. We'll have some obstacular bishop position. Now there's no more scary discovery. And black is debating whether to do something else and take the bishop. It's probably one of these moments that black should just play this and save time. Because any other move, I have queen e4 and then eventually bishop e6. Wow. Okay, that was a nice gift. I think black really wanted to exploit my queen, but now the queen is doing the exploiting. And, okay. Take on b6. I mean, there's this move, but then rook a8. So I'm up 3 pawns. 3 connected pass pawns. Yeah, I mean, I think black's position was already a little bit difficult. I play queen f3, just defending against the threat. And let's try and target f7. With the obstacular bishops, like f7 and f2 become a bit more vulnerable. Because my bishop can't defend f2, but black's bishop can't defend f7. Considering taking and rook e7. Let's take with queen, though. Yeah, eventually I want to get the rook in. So probably the way to do that without losing this pawn is simply bishop b3. And then ideally rook d1, rook d7. I see the question. Why not try and trade everything here? The thing is, it can be hard to initiate trades. And a position like this, sometimes it's more effective just to attack. The rook, for the time being, the rook can't get into d7. All right, let's start with this. Some h5 idea. Now black might be going for some attack as well. All right, I'll play h5. So if rook d8, I can do things on f7, like probably queen f7. Okay. A pretty solid game. I mean, 2 knights attack against Caro. I think the first mistake was probably casting. Like if you're a Caro-Kann player, it's worth studying this line. It's one of the most critical lines. And then, yeah, then I was gifted so many pawns. The A pawn, the E pawn, the B pawn. Okay. So I'm in clear first. Not quite a perfect score. 2 games left. Hey, it's Traveler.
Hey Eric,
Ooh.
there's an update to RosenScore today. There's a new trophy
no
and
way.
now it can check chess.com.
I'll have to check out the website after the tournament, or maybe right now. Wow, we can check chess.com. So chess.com. Wait, let's see. Chess.com. Analyze. Oh, did it already like save it in the cache? I have 338 Rosen trophies on chess.com. Oh, that's so awesome. Thanks for sharing. Oh, there's a new trophy too. Wait, what's the new trophy? Oh, the checkmate with 0.1 seconds. Have I never done that on chess.com? 1 million positions analyzed. 13,000 plus games. I wonder how many of these trophies I streamed. What's a pawn X? Oh, it's a pawn X. Wow. That's cool. Yeah, it's pretty rare structure. Because both sets of the double pawns. How did that even happen? Ah. So basically, the D pawns got doubled like this. And then the F pawns got doubled like this. And the E pawn just stayed the same. It was very aesthetic. Anyway, okay. One more game to go, I think. 7 rounds total. I'll probably be playing this person. Rated 2400. I forget all the opening requests. People were saying like all their favorite openings earlier. I won't be doing push-ups right now. To save it for later. Wait, why am I playing this person? Wait, what? How do these pairings work? Oh, this is the other 5 points. Wow. Alright, let's play Sicilian. I'll play knight c6. And g6. And going into a Rossolimo. I'm pretty sure bishop g4 is a move here. Because usually white will play h3. There's also queen d3, which kind of looks interesting. But that walks into knight e5. So, yeah, let's start with this. Essentially discouraging d4. I will say this is an opening I don't have so much experience in. But I know some basic ideas. I'll take e5 will come. And I know very often the knight likes to maneuver like d7 to f8 to e6. Well, it looks like a solid position. Yeah, I'm controlling d4 with at least 3 things, in many cases 4 things. And yeah, I think I'll start with knight d7. It's a multi-purpose move. It's like I'm getting out of the way of the bishop and the pawn. There are cases where I like to play f5. I'm also defending this preemptively. And yeah, let's start with castling. Although I'm considering b6. b6, knight d2. It's an interesting decision. If I castle, I can play knight f8. And I'd much rather have the knight on e6 and then castle. So even though it takes a little bit more time, I think it's justified. Now the point of b6, I'm defending the pawn. This is what we call over defense. That way I can mobilize a knight and not lose a pawn. d4 is still off limits. Hey, it's Pepe. What's up, Pepe? Shout out to Pepe. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, if you're just joining, this is a final game in a rapid Swiss. I was just explaining my idea. I basically want to put a knight on e6 and cover the d4 square 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now I'm actually threatening to take the pawn. I'm discouraging d4 and f4. It's a normal looking move. I'm not sure if it... What is white trying to do? Just castle? Maybe rook d1. Maybe white's gonna like gradually try and prepare d4. Hmm. I'm thinking h6. It's a slow move. But the idea is after queen d2, king h7, and then white can't trade the bishops. I do have queen e7 too. Take, take. Wait a minute. Queen e7, d4, take, take, take. Oh, we trade a lot. Hmm. Okay, small change of plans. I'm thinking queen, like queen d7 or queen d6. I think queen d6. It seems like white is trying to make d4 possible. And I'd rather the center not liquidate so quickly. So plans to double up. It's a bit awkward having the queen being the leading piece in the battery. But it could be the same case for white. Okay. Okay, b4 is an interesting plan. Yeah, there's a question how to proceed. I mean, f5 is like a very natural attacking approach, which maybe is called for here. I mean, after takes, takes, could get sharp, but that's probably what I want. And like a b4, f5, we trade. I think I just play f5. Have to manage my time. Yeah, white's playing at a pretty decent level here. A lot of these deeper Rossolimo ideas coming into play. Maybe rook e8. Support the pawn. Shifting away from the d file. I may have gone wrong with that move though. Realizing there's something white can do here. Yeah. I forgot d4 is like already a possibility. It means I might have to take and suffer with bad structure. It's not the end of the world, but it's not pleasant. Because if I take d4, that's not something I want. Yeah, it's a big achievement for white though. Rook b1. All right, so now I can go for this. Also rook f7. Here we got 7 first. I gotta move quicker. White's doing a good job here. Underrated opponents. Looks like they play more bullet than rapid. So I'm thinking there's an idea of bishop f6, rook g7. Try and get some action on the g file. Yeah, rook f7 is very multi-purpose, like preventing rook b7, blunting the issues of the diagonal, and preparing kind of the mini rook lift. Could play a5. Play rook. Start with this. It actually reminds me of a game I played in Norway against Grandmaster Dragnev. Had kind of a similar opening. Hmm. And this could get very sharp. Yeah, that move I wasn't so scared about. But now what to do? Queen here, there's c4. Not f8. Yeah, this move. Okay, some e5, e4 ideas. Especially now that the knight's defending the rook. Might also just want to slide the king over and double up on the g file. But I don't want to lose a pawn. Okay, e4 now. I think I have to go for it. This gets very tricky. Really? Wait, what? King h1, I take. There's queen f8. Wow. I have this. No, I don't have that move. Would have never considered that move. Maybe this move? Maybe king f8. Hmm. Or maybe this. That was probably not a great move. Yeah, I just took away the square for the knight. That's still playable. The Ugaladin.
Happy birthday to us.
Yeah, I'm just basically wasting time. Lost a couple tempi there. Okay, at least my pawns are undoubled. Doubled in a new way. Okay, d2 or d3 first. Rook e5. Super dangerous position. And preventing knight g4. Yeah, some of these moves. Take. Just play this. Oh, I just blundered. Yeah, this is completely losing. But you never know. 22 seconds. Try this. Should have seen that coming. Ah, good game. Oh, oh, that was tough. I don't think I finished in first. Also, I think that's the end of the tournament. There goes some rating. Let's wait, where's let's at least take away a lesson or two. I was happy with the opening. And then oh wow. Okay, yeah, rook h4. I had 2 seconds. I should have seen it coming. Yeah, what to do? That was king h1 move.
You're always first in our hearts, Eric.
Oh, thank you, Axe Jr. Yeah, I was expecting knight h2, which is probably like the most natural move. I'm actually not sure. Okay, king h1 that like keeps all the tension. I was like very hard to find a move for black here. Apparently I'm supposed to take. Which at first I thought was playable, but I didn't want to go into a line where we simplify and then white still has the active rook. Like this is almost mate. And then there's another moment. Does knight f3 move? Yeah, knight f3 was a good find. Taking advantage of the pin. Okay, what to do? My only winning chance this game was when white gave the rook away. And then maybe it's possible to pre-move everything. But got a little bit too low on time. So that's the tournament. 86 players total. Now it's probably time to just chill and calm down a little bit. Maybe answer some questions. Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell? I don't know. I don't really like follow too many like mainstream celebrities. Duck chess question mark. How to answer that? Do I answer that by playing duck chess? Maybe at some point. Do you get a lot of brilliancies on chess.com? I'm not sure. I don't usually do their game review. Is there a way to see like how many brilliant moves I've made? Or do you have to like look at it one game at a time? $1 million cash or 3,000 elo? Probably 3,000 elo. Although that might require yeah, I'm not sure if 3,000 elo is humanly possible. Might require being Magnus and then but being basically even better than Magnus. Where was this oh yeah, I wanted to check the Rosen score. So I guess one way to check all the brilliancies on chess.com or Lichess is through RosenScore. I'm actually really curious now, like, wait, how to do this? How many Rosen trophies does Caro have? So I have 338. Hikaru. Hikaru has 1100. He plays a lot more on chess.com. Oh, he plays a lot more. Almost 48,000 games. A lot of pawn diamonds, connect 5. Oh no, my queen. Wait, let's see his Oh no, my queen against MVL. Oh no, his queen. Oh, it's so nasty. And he gets a pawn checkmate too. It's
Hey
double
Eric,
Rosen
it's
trophy.
been a while since I've tuned in, around a year now. Glad to be back and I hope you've been well.
Oh, thank you, Michael Hoffman. I appreciate that. Yeah, doing well. Recovering from being sick for a few days. My throat is still like not 100%, but it's been getting gradually better. Ah, chess.com/insights. Hey, it's CL Smith. Shout out to CL. If you're just joining, Rosen Trophy now shows chess.com Rosen trophies. Yeah, I hope you had a good stream. I just finished a tournament and now it's very chill, just trying to answer questions. Wait, what? Chess.com/insights. Oh, wait, let me log in real quick. I'm Rosen. Okay.
Great games, Eric. Do you take challenges from the community?
What types of challenges? I do sometimes play viewers. Today I just decided to play a rapid tournament, but maybe tomorrow I can do some viewer challenges. I guess there's different types of challenges people have requested. Like obviously just playing viewers, but then sometimes people request that I try and win with a certain opening or try and win with doing crazy things like not moving my king or sacking a queen early. Did you get the raid? I got a raid from CL Smith. Thanks again. Okay, so here's the stats. A lot of different windows open. Um, Control F, brilliant. Oh, 609. How do I see them? Can I not like, can I not see my brilliant moves? Hmm. Offers a lot of data though. But it'd be nice to see like all my brilliant moves and my blunders. Brilliant moves are top secret. Can you play a bullet game where you only move a pawn on prime move number? Ooh. Oh dear. So 2, 3, 5, 7. I would lose track very quickly. Is 1 a prime number? Is 1 a prime number? No, it's not. No. Okay, I'll try the prime number challenge. This could go very badly, though. I need like a list of prime numbers, though. So 2, 3. All right, let's just try it. So I have to start with a knight move, and then a pawn move. So 2. Oh no, don't hit my knight. Okay. 5. Okay, I think I'm keeping up. Next one's 11. I'm so paranoid. I'm gonna run out of pawn moves soon. Wait, next one's 13? And then 17. And then 23 is the next one? Oh no. I can't play that pawn move. Okay, I've failed the challenge. I had to defend. Okay, let me at least try and win the game from such a bad position. 27 is not prime. 29 is prime though. And this move? No. Alright, let's play this move. Frustrating position. Yeah, good move. No, my thing. Ah. Oh, there goes a little bit of my rating. Try clicking on the brilliant icon. I did. It's not clickable. I could highlight it, but none of these are clickable, unfortunately. Unless there's a different icon, but it would be here. Yeah, that was rough. I would need to play a lower rated opponent in a much slower time control. That was a fun challenge, though. Now Fibonacci numbers. Or Fibonacci. I forget what Fibonacci numbers are. Yeah, the challenge was to make a pawn move on every prime number move, I think. Unless I misread it. I missed 7? No, I made a pawn move on move 7. Okay, what to do now? Eastern Bold Arena. Do I try and win a tournament? Ooh. Okay. No, there's no chance of trying to win the tournament. The duck chess community misses you. Should I play duck chess? Let's do a poll. What to do? Bullet, duck. 1 minute poll. Here we go. What do the people want? It's kind of close. Duck is leading though.
Duck time quack.
Oh, it's really close though. Okay, Leander Volvic wants duck. If it's a tie, then it'll go to duck, because this is a tiebreaker. I should have had a chill option. Oh, it's so close. If it's tied, I end this stream. Out of indecisiveness. Wow, it's really close. Duck wins by 2 votes. Okay. It's duck chess time. And I haven't done this in a while. Already getting a challenge. Okay, this is going to be a very minimalist layout. Hopefully this is okay though. Okay, we'll play Jamie. This is no longer Lichess. This is chess.com. Chess.com/variants. Oh man. Could make myself a little bit bigger. Okay, let's play this and this. Okay, so for those that maybe don't know what duck chess is, it's still one of my favorite variants. It's chess, but there's a duck. The duck cannot be captured. You can't move through the duck. And every turn, you make a chess move, and then you put the duck on a new empty square. There's a whole different like strategy in duck chess compared to normal chess. Like knights are generally stronger than bishops. So I have to keep that in mind. That's a fine move. Let's play this. I feel like my opponent kind of knows what they're doing. Is it hard switching your brain from duck chess to regular? Yeah, a little bit. Just because I really haven't played duck chess in a while. I have to remember how the duck moves. So attacking the knight, also preventing knight f3. And the duck's a great tool to prevent what the opponent wants to do. I'll still put the duck on f3. Knight c4, wow. So one thing about this game, there's no check or checkmate. The game will end with capturing the king. Yeah, let's play this. So that means you can castle and check. Okay, so hitting the... I did lose a knight, but hitting various things. Oh, that's a good move, actually. Wow. I might be in trouble here. There. All right, let's try this. Not sure if this works. It's getting very practical. So basically I'm losing the bishop. But then I have this move, and this is a triple attack. And I think I'll play this, preventing knight e3. Now, if the king doesn't move, then white will have to put the duck on e2. If white castles, then I win the knight. So I think I'm guaranteed to win one of these things back. Like there's cases though where the duck can like defend everything, but this is probably not one of those cases. Ooh. Okay, I have to take the knight. And I'll prevent the king from castling. Even this move. So it's equal material. I'm up a little bit of time, which is probably a good thing. Let's play this, opening the bishop. Okay, I'm happy to take that. And now hopefully we'll see the knight do its thing. Because the knight is going to be the least obstructed from the duck. It can hop over the duck, etc. Okay, I can take this pawn now. I think I'll take the pawn. And still preventing white from castling. I might just go after the a pawn. Oh, that's a tricky move. So I can play this and then duck c6, ensuring that I'm not losing my queen. Wait a minute. You don't want to hang the rook. Let's play this, and then this. I think I'm going to win on time. Let's play... I have to move quicker, though. Ooh. Okay, I won on time. Yeah, this final moment, this looks like a fork, but it can be a big problem when the rook defends from a distance. Now, what white could have done was played f3, duck f2. And then I can't take the pawn because I have to move the duck and I lose my queen. Oh, good game to Jamie. Oh, people can't see the chat messages. Jamie said the quactics are insane. Okay. I could play Parthy chess, only challenger. Good luck. Play e4. I think this will be my final game. And then I need some rest. Let's develop a knight. think we're going to see b5 coming. I'm preventing pawn b4. Offering some trade. Wait, duck beaks resemble combs on their edge to help them filter feed. I did not know that. Okay, knight is being somewhat adventurous here. If you're just arriving, yeah, this is duck chess. It's a very quachical game. And this game is going very swimmingly because knight d6 and duck e7. This is smothered duck mate. The duck blocks, yeah, block the bishop and the king. Okay, don't mess with my duck. All right, I think that's a nice one to end things on. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a fun stream. I will be back probably tomorrow for some viewer challenges. In the meantime, let's send the usual raid to Danya, who's not doing duck chess. He's doing duck chess, but without the duck. So send some love. And yeah, I'll be back soon. Yeah, most likely I'll stream like tomorrow around the same time. And then Tuesday will be Title Tuesday. Probably do the later edition that day. Hikaru's duck tournament will be much later this year, maybe like October or September. But anyway, stay tuned for more chess, and I'll see you guys soon. Adios.